Yeah, this chap is refusing to leave the premises, even though I've asked him on numerous occasions and pointed out to him that he is not allowed to be on the premises. He is actually refusing to leave. He is filming us.
It's open to the public, Sergeant.
YouTube channel.
It's open to the public.
Yeah, but you've come on this property deliberately looking to cause a confrontation.
And there's a...
This time we're looking at the Laughing Auditor, who is believed to be a Scottish man called John Hunter. I've covered him once before, and since he's one of the few remaining auditors, it's time to look at him again. On this occasion, he's visiting here, a roads policing unit of Surrey Police in a suburb of Guildford.
So here we are, folks.
One thing I've noticed about this auditor's content is that there's a lot of waiting around and nothing happening. Rather than cut it out of his videos, he likes to leave it in. I suppose he thinks we must enjoy waiting around with him.
This is it here. The car coming out. We'll let this car skedaddle. And then we'll go and do our nosy.
I'm sure something will happen soon. Perhaps Curtis Arnold will jump out in a ghoul mask and make us all jump. Or a herd of elephants may appear. Who knows what could happen in a suburb of Guildford?
So it's nestled in amongst all these houses, you know. So it is. We're going to have a wee nosy. No filming and photography unless permission given prior.
See what that says? Let's read it together. Private property, no public right of way. Access is permitted only with the consent of a member of Surrey Police. No unauthorised access. No filming or photography unless permission given prior. Seems pretty clear to me. So, right, that's the end of the video, yes?
Is that not Surrey Police? It's open to the public.
Oh, it's open to the public, but you've just seen a sign telling you it's not. It's convenient that you can ignore these signs and not suffer any consequences. It must be some magic power you've got.
Look. Burpham. You can get some information. I got a petrol tank here. Tell me it's a police car without telling me it's a police car. Little aerials sticking up on top.
You'll have noticed the jump in the clip. What he's doing is the same thing he always does and that he did the last time I covered him, which is to deliberately act suspiciously in a police car park by filming the vehicles, probably filming inside the vehicles, and probably doing stuff like trying the door handles, and doing all this conspicuously with the aim of attracting the attention of officers, who will then have to confront him and, bingo, he's got his content, and of course he will try to be as argumentative as possible in the process. It's a simple formula and it's worked for him so far because, at the time of my video, he's approaching 74,000 subscribers.
And that one there's got it. The VW. Who's getting the tyres fitted? I don't see any vehicles with the wheels off.
At this point, a sergeant comes out to confront him.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, not too... Just so you're aware, I'm recording this.
Oh.
You're recording me.
Thank you for letting me know.
You are aware that you're not allowed to be on this premises?
Ah, it's open to the public.
It's not open to the public. Come over here and I'll show you.
I just walked in.
No, come this way. Come with me.
No, I'm not a dog. I don't sort of...
Right, look, fella,
Go at your
I'll be
command.
honest with you, okay? I
Fella.
appreciate that you're doing this to make money for your YouTube video.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to stop you doing that.
Yeah.
But if you can come with me, please, you are now on private property.
Okay.
So come out here with me onto the roadside.
No.
The sergeant is right. He is trespassing. Just going back to the sign, that clearly states the conditions of entry, which the auditor is in breach of. Hence it is a trespass. The fact that the premises are physically accessible is irrelevant in law. It's private property. A further relevant point to note is that it would be trespass even if the sign were not there.
I don't want to have to remove you by force.
Okay. Do you mind identifying yourself, please?
Sorry?
Do you mind identifying yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
from the Surrey Police.
Right, okay.
All right, my collar number is there. I'm not hiding anything from you.
And
But you have walked past some private property
You're based
forms.
out of here, yeah?
Yeah, I'm based out of here.
Right, okay.
All right.
And what's your caller number?
So, mate, you can read it.
Can you not read it for me, please? Can you not verbalise it?
I don't need to.
What is the purpose of that? Again, a point to note is that the officer does not have to identify himself unless he is detaining someone for a search or making an arrest, but he's readily identifiable anyway by his collar number. I muted it out when he gave his name, just then. Since we're on the topic of identifying people, the Laughing Auditor is supposed to now identify himself to this officer, since he's processing his personal data. This is a requirement in Article 13 of the UK GDPR. He's also supposed to be registered as a data controller with the ICO, as required by Regulation 2 of the Data Protection Charges and Information Regulations 2018. But of course he isn't.
I need to. You can read it there.
Oh, you do.
40316. I did already give you
It's
that.
not very
All right.
difficult, is it? Come on,
All right.
Sergeant. You should know better.
He does know better. He doesn't have to.
You can make some money on your YouTube video. And you're going to edit all this every time I say you're going to make some money out of your YouTube video.
No, I don't edit my interactions.
You're not going to edit it,
No.
so you're not going to make any money out of this video.
Pardon?
You're not making any money out of this video.
I've not determined whether or not it's going to go online or not yet.
You are. Why are you hiding your face from me?
Because I want to.
Oh, what? So you don't want to show your face to me, yet I have
Why
to
are you
show my
shaking?
face to you. I'm not shaking.
Your adrenaline pumping. Relax.
it's not- it's
I'll
not-
come in
it's
peace, alright?
The officer is relaxed. He's just dealing with you professionally. You say you come in peace, but you're not there for any legitimate purpose. You're not authorised to be there. You're trespassing. It's not a police state or some sort of authoritarianism if a police officer asks you to leave police premises if you're not supposed to be there. I can't turn up at Sizewell Nuclear Power Station and just walk round as I please, can I?
But you're on the property.
But I wear, the reason I
Right,
wear my
okay,
face
hang on, let me
covering
just,
is regardless, it's none of your business.
HA.
So you are wearing a face covering. So you've walked onto police premises wearing a face mask with no proper purpose to be there, while trespassing and while filming police vehicles, and you're surprised at this reaction? The police officer has not even been rude to you. All he's asked you to do is leave the premises, which is perfectly proper and in line with his duties. He's not threatened to arrest you or take any further action against you. All you have to do is leave. Given that the officer is an employee of the force, he does have the right to physically eject the auditor from the premises.
Tag Sierra 20, sorry.
But I come in peace, Sergeant. You just need to relax.
Yeah, 20. This chap is refusing to leave the premises, even though I've asked him on numerous occasions and pointed out to him that he is not allowed to be on the premises. He is actually refusing to leave. He is filming us.
It's open
He is
to the
filming
public,
us for his
Sergeant.
YouTube channel.
It's open to the public.
Yeah, but you've come on this property deliberately looking to cause a
And
confrontation.
there's
Exactly. The officer is doing fine so far. The police have two options in this situation, either to let the auditor carry on or to challenge him. The option they don't have is to ignore him, because any strange man on their premises who is acting suspiciously, as he is, has to be confronted. If the officer wanted an easy life, he could have retreated inside and let him carry on. This officer wants to do his job, which is good because although in the short term it gives auditors more views and clickable content, in the long run it will lead to the end of auditors, as long as each auditor is pursued through the courts.
a sign for visitors. I'm not causing confrontation. I'll be very
You're not a
calm,
visitor, are
collected
you?
when I'm talking to you.
But you're not a visitor.
Pardon? I'm visiting.
You take 12.
I don't live here, so of course I'm visiting.
Yeah, I'd just get myself take 12.
Wait, it's like there's a sign there for members of the public on the door, Sergeant. Have a nice day, yeah?
Yes, that's a sign telling people who've wandered on there that this is not a police station. It doesn't mean that people have permission to be there. There was a sign back there that you decided to ignore that told you what the position is. What we have to consider now is whether this is also an aggravated trespass contrary to Section 68 of the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act 1994. I think it is because it was clearly the auditor's intention to cause disruption and obstruct the police. I would also include the offence of obstructing a police officer contrary to Section 89.2 of the Police Act 1996.
Jeez, oh. That's swiftly dispatched, like.
He clearly wants the confrontation to continue, and he stands around for a couple of minutes until the sergeant eventually returns. And unfortunately, this is when the police fold like wet cardboard.
All right, I'm just going to, we're quite happy for you to want to do your film if you want to film. Okay.
That's quick turnaround, Sergeant. I appreciate that, though. Thank you.
But all I'll ask is that if there's private vehicles and things like that, you don't put those on there, 'cause they're private vehicles.
What's private about it? I don't know which ones are private, which ones aren't. Like.
You see, the sergeant and his colleagues simply don't understand what the auditor is doing. The auditor wants to film the cars because he wants to wind you up. It's not as if the auditor has a genuine interest in the cars.
Then you're going to have to make a guess on that front. But, you know, if I...
So now he has to guess which cars are police vehicles and which aren't? That's just nonsense, really, isn't it?
Go and put your... I'll go and video your video, your car, because I know where your car is.
Right.
And I've gone and put that on YouTube. How would you feel?
Go for it.
With all your details on it?
I don't care.
You don't care?
What details can you get from a registration?
You can get lots of details.
You can only get the MOT history and
we can put that on.
and whether it's
Look,
taxed.
At the end of the day, I'm not getting involved in an argument
So
with
go
you.
and film my
about
car. I don't care.
And maybe you don't care about me putting your face on YouTube, Mr. Hunter, since after all, it shouldn't bother you, should it? You put everybody else's faces online.
Right, okay.
Well, it's not very professional if you're going to sort of threaten me.
I'm not threatening you.
I'm threatening to dox me. Like.
Hey, what?
You just threatened to dox me. Like. It's not very professional, yeah.
He absolutely did not threaten to dox you, you liar.
What? Doxing is taking people's personal information and publishing it online.
I didn't say that, did I?
Yeah, you said what about if we go and film your car and put all your stuff online?
Look,
like, I don't care if you do it or not. You know what I mean? It's free country. You're more than well within your rights.
Do.
The officer was not threatening to do that. He was just asking you to consider what it might be like to be on the receiving end of your behaviour. It's called having empathy, something you are severely lacking in, John Hunter, aka the Laughing Auditor.
Okay, would you tell me your name and the details here and now?
Do I need to, lawfully?
Well, you're actually walking around on private premises.
You're very argumentative.
You said you're here as a visitor, so as a visitor, yeah, could you identify who you are as a visitor for me?
No.
You're not prepared to do that?
Am I lawfully obliged to?
Well, first of all, you're trespassing on private land, and you are filming and processing personal data. So apart from anything else, you are obliged under Article 13 of the UK GDPR.
Well, you've said you've come to this...
Am I lawfully obliged to provide my information? If you can give me a legal...
coming here as a visitor,
if you give me a legal,
I need to make sure that you are set down on our visitor list so that you can come in here.
I really don't know what this officer was thinking when he said a few moments ago that it's now okay for the auditor to film there. He's now got himself tied up in knots. He knows or should know that the auditor is not a visitor. This video is becoming a salutary lesson for police officers and anyone else, whether you're a security guard or an ordinary worker, on what not to do if you ever confront an auditor. As I said before, there's a choice. You have to confront the auditor. You can't ignore him, but once you know what he's doing, the choice is that you either challenge him or you go back indoors. If you're going to challenge him, then you need to stick to a firm line and follow through on it. The duty of the officer here is to instruct the auditor to leave the premises at once and inform him that if he doesn't, there may be consequences. Amongst the consequences would be taking his name and address under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act on a reasonable belief that he's engaged in antisocial behaviour, and the officer should tell him that if the details match up with his suspicion about who he is, then he may be reported on summons for aggravated trespass.
If you can give me a lawful reason why I have to give you it.
No, but if you've said to me you're coming here as a visitor.
Yeah, I'm not obliged to give you that.
So you're not prepared to give me your details as a visitor?
No.
So, okay, you've asked me all my details and I've given them to you.
Yeah, but you're obliged to.
Okay, I didn't come and stop you, you stopped me.
No, you came out the building to talk to me. What are you talking about? You came out the building to talk to me. I didn't come and get you. I didn't ring the bell.
Let's not do this, okay?
As I've just explained, the officer can demand his details under threat of arrest. I really don't know why he doesn't.
Yeah, you're talking nonsense.
I know you're doing this for YouTube.
I think you need to wind your neck in, Sergeant. Just go back to work.
The money you're going to make on your YouTube
The buffoonery is unreal.
My buffoonery?
Yeah, you're talking nonsense. You said that I stopped you. You literally walked out the building and spoke to me. Why are you lying? Why would you lie?
Lying?
Yeah.
Lying. Ooh, that's strong.
But you lied. Like you said I stopped you.
Look.
Well, you're the one who turned up, Mr. Hunter. I don't think the officer is lying. I think he's just got himself into a muddle and he's messed this up. He should have maintained a firm line and stuck to it. Instead, whether due to bad advice from colleagues or his own bad judgment, he gave ground to the auditor.
Look, at the end of the day...
Tell me when I stopped you.
End of the day,
When did I stop you?
End of the day.
When did I stop you?
I've asked you...
When did I stop you?
I've explained to you that
When
you're
did I
happy
stop
for
you?
you to
If
film
you're not
me.
lying, tell me when I stopped you.
I'm not going to do this with you.
When did I stop
I'll see
you?
later.
Exactly. Your next wound in. That's that feeling at the top of your spine, Sergeant.
What's that, sorry?
That's that feeling at the top of your spine. That's your neck being wound back in.
Oh, is it?
Now jog off, back to work. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
You're
mate,
dismissed. Bye-bye.
That's the only thing the officer can now do, is just retreat. I have to be frank with you here. I think the officer made a mess of that. Let me repeat, if you're going to challenge an auditor, then stick to the line. Don't give ground, because you saw yourself how, as soon as he gave ground to John Hunter, the Laughing Auditor, he was pushed further. That encounter should have ended with the threat of a summons for aggravated trespass and with John Hunter physically removed from police premises. Yes, John Hunter, the Laughing Auditor, would have had good content, but only in the short term. He would have been prosecuted, convicted, and a criminal behaviour order would have been obtained to stop him in his tracks. Every time the Laughing Auditor goes out and pulls these stunts is an opportunity for the police to stop him for good. John Hunter claims he's protecting our rights. If anything, his behaviour undermines our rights, because ultimately there may be a call from some quarters for new laws to protect police premises, and that may have the effect of further restricting the civil liberties of all of us. This is why I'm concerned at his irresponsible behaviour. Some people will say that those with power and influence are not going to be concerned by a relative handful of rogues, such as auditors. But that point overlooks something, which is what I would call the power of pretext. To pass new laws that restrict our liberties, the authorities need an excuse. To stop them having that excuse, or at least this excuse, auditing needs to be kept a small trend and, if possible, suppressed. To end auditing for good, we don't need new laws, we just need police officers and the CPS to enforce existing laws. It's not hard. John Hunter's understanding of the law is laughable. He's not so much the Laughing Auditor, more like the Laughable Auditor.